Hello, everybody. We meet again with another story. This is a story of a small girl who had very curly hairs. Once upon a time, in a little house on the edge of the woods, a girl with very curly locks lived with her parents. One morning, she woke up as the sun was streaming through a window. Thinking it was time for school, she leapt out of bed. She found her mother downstairs preparing something. And she didn't want Goldilocks to disturb her. So she said, "It's far too early for school. I will help you prepare for school in a while. Why don't you go out and pick some blackberries for me? We are having guests in the evening. I want to make a nice pie for dinner." Goldilocks went skipping into the woods. She was very happy with her errand. She was swinging a basket for the blackberries and singing also to herself. She was singing something like, berry, berry, blueberry, berry, berry, blackberry. She was very happy with herself. She went further and further into the woods. After a while, she began to feel hungry and a little tired too. She saw a small house in the clearing in front of her. Perhaps I could get something to eat in that house, she thought. She knocked on the door, but there was no reply. Gently, she pushed the door, and to her surprise, it opened. She peeped in cautiously whether anyone was there, and then she just walked in. "Hello," she called. No one answered. "Hello, anybody home?" No reply for that also. And the door had opened into a kitchen. On the table, she could see three bowls of porridge, which smelled so delicious that it made her mouth water even. The bowls were of three different sizes, one big, another one middle sized, and the third one a very small one. And by each bowl was a chair also, big chair, middle sized chair, and a small chair. Goldilocks climbed onto the biggest chair because it had the biggest ball of porridge by it. She picked up a big spoon and tried the porridge. "Ouch!" she cried. "This porridge is too hot." She moved on to the next chair and the next ball. Picking up a middle sized spoon, she tried the porridge. "Yuck," she said, for it was very, very cold. Goldilocks moved on to the next chair and the smallest bowl. Picking up the smallest spoon, she tried the porridge. It was just right. So, very quickly, she ate it all up. As she was finishing it, she began to hear a strange creaking sound. And what? She found that her chair had broken and she landed on the floor with a thump. After all the porridge and the fall she had, she suddenly felt very tired and sleepy. So she went up the twisty stairs to see if she could find somewhere to lie down. First of all, she found a big bed. She climbed up onto it, but it was very hard. Then she found a middle sized bed. She climbed onto it, but it was too soft and she felt as though she would disappear in it. Then she found a very small bed. This felt just right, so she climbed onto it, pulled the covers over herself, and was soon fast asleep. While she was sleeping, the owners of the small house, three bears, they came back. They were Daddy Bear, Mummy Bear, and a baby bear. They had been for a walk in the woods before breakfast and now they were very hungry. "Hello, who's this?" growled the daddy bear. in his great big voice. It looks as though someone's been eating my porridge, and whomever ate has left muddy footprints on my chair. Then Mummy Bear came to look. You're right, my dear, she said in a soft voice. Someone's been eating my porridge too, and I'm sure the cushion on my chair has been sat on. Then the baby bear began to cry. Someone's been eating my porridge, and they have eaten it all up, and they have broken my chair as well. He started sobbing in his little squeaky voice. Who could have done this? And where are they now? The daddy bear growled. They looked around the house and went upstairs. When he saw his bed, the daddy bear growled, someone's been lying in my bed and they are not here now. And the mama bear also saw that someone's been in her bed too. But she said, I can't see anyone. Who would have been? Then they heard a squeak from the baby bear. Daddy, Mummy, come quickly. There is someone fast asleep in my bed. And the baby bear started howling. Daddy and Mummy Bear raced into his room and stood around the bed looking down at Goldilocks. She woke with a start and was frightened to see three bears all looking at her. Before they could say anything, she jumped out of bed, ran out of the window, and ran very fast through the woods back to her home because she didn't know that they were gentle, friendly bears. Otherwise, she would have even asked sorry or thanked them for the porridge. But the daddy bear, well, I never thought that the human beings are so bad. My grandfather told me people were strange, fancy, eating all that porridge and then running away. Puzzled, the three bears went back to the kitchen where Daddy Bear mended Baby Bear's chair while Mummy Bear made more porridge. And from that day to this, bears all over the world have always known that people are strange creatures who are not to be trusted with porridge. Thank you. Please subscribe to my channel, Jayanthi's 5 Minutes Stories.